Yo, we are back! I'm excited to play some more of this, because honestly, I don't know where this trial is really going. Because I'm not sure what we're even investigating at this point, outside of, like, trying to figure out who else could have been here to try and kill this guy. We made it back in one piece. Just to be perfectly honest, I thought we were finished there for a while. Oh, I know. What a lot of close shaves. Well, we can fix all of that by actually killing Shamsphere. There are so many carriages on the streets of London. You were very nearly flattened several times. Oh, no, I didn't mean that. I meant in court, but sure, girl. Yes, I know. It was a marvelous defense, Naruhodo-san. It really was. I was in awe of you. You did it. You barely got us to a second day in court. Thanks, girl. I'll take what I can get. And now that our fervent exploits have won us some more precious investigation time. Yeah! Fist bump! Let's see if you can't find some new clues for court tomorrow. Yeah, let's do that. How are we defrauding the gas company today? That's all I care about. Murder? Unimportant. Defrauding the gas company. That's what I'm here for. I suppose I still can't believe it, that's all. I'm here in England, working as a lawyer, I mean. In the Old Bailey, no less. I say, as this is like my third trial. I guess this is within like the first week of him being, here, still. Because we've like flashed back in time. It shouldn't be me. It should have been me, not him! It's not fair! It should be Kazuma. Kazuma Mishima. It was Kazuma-sama's wish that you follow him to Great Britain and work alongside him. Yes, I mean, I never had the chance to ask him exactly why, but he clearly had a plan. I wouldn't be here today if it weren't for him. You're doing wonderfully, Naruhodo-san. You've gotten a guilty man, innocent, and now you're on track of getting the same innocent man found not guilty twice in a row. I have no doubt that Kazuma-sama would say exactly the same if he were here with us. Thank you, Susato. Though I feel like if he were here with us, I wouldn't be in this situation. That's kind of the whole thing about this, Susato. Is there anything worth going over? I mean, not really. I guess we'll go over these, but I feel like they're just gonna kinda talk in circles and recap shit. It was quite a shock earlier today, wasn't it? When the victim himself turned up in court and took the stand. That wasn't a shock at all. You really should have seen that coming, Naruhodo. Finding out that he is actually a bare-faced gas thief as well. I mean, that's the one good thing about him. Let's not shit on him for that. Yes, that's certainly a surprise to us all. For a while, it seemed as though everyone had quite forgotten about Soseki-san poisoning the tea. Careful of your phrasing, Susato-san. He didn't poison anything. There's more to this Mr. Shamsphere than we yet know, I'm sure of it. This fucker's hiding some shit. He is all slime, no run. No gas, only slime. Mr. Shamsphere certainly wasn't the noble, upstanding man everyone thought he was at first. What'd become of him, actually? I was told that he'd be returning to the hospital ward where he was receiving treatment. Recovering treatment. Oh, which one is that? The only one we know of. Let me see. Ah yes, he's at St. Bartholomew's, or Bart's as Londoners call it. We know that place, don't we? Yes, we visited Miss Green there yesterday. It's the same hospital to which she was taken, and the same hospital Shlom's will be taken to in an earlier case, but a later date. Yeah, after Zoseki-san stabbed her in the back. Do be careful of your phrasing, Naruhodo-san. He didn't stab anyone. Well, we already proved that him not guilty, so we can just say that he stabbed her. Like, it's not important if he did or not. Perhaps we both owe Soseki an apology. Nah, fuck him. St. Bartholomew's. Yeah, we should probably visit the hospital later. I mean, I feel like that would be the main place we would go to. Because, like, Olive Green has gotta be important to this case somehow, seeing as they had her show up. Like, why would they have her show up otherwise? So, we know that Soseki-san took tea to the victim, but he isn't the culprit, because we said so. Poison surely wasn't in the tea. But if that's the case, how on earth did the poison get into Shamshir's body? Well, obviously it was in the tea. Susato, you're a goddamn genius. There must be something in Mr. There must be something in Mr. Shamsphere's room that will help solve the mystery. Well, naturally, Scotland Yard detectives have been over the place already. But it couldn't hurt for us to take another look around, I guess. Not like Scotland Yard's ever gonna give us any fucking info. I'm desperate to know the outcome of the investigation into the tea left in the bar of soap. Well, if we run into Gregson, we could ask him about that, or we could just avoid him. And wait for him to inevitably die of getting strangled. Kazuma Mishima. Kazuma Sogi. The best friend I ever had. The best butt buddy a boy could dream of. And a lawyer with such promise. We've never seen be a lawyer once. He really saved my bacon in that horrible incident just before we left Japan. I can still picture him now, looking so fierce and determined in court. It cuts back to Susato, and she's just like, Naruhodo, you seem to be thinking about something you really like. Could you do this in a separate room? And after the trial, that crazy idea he came up with. As a stowaway? Yes, you can fit inside my trunk if you curl up small enough, I'm sure. No one will know. No one will know. Kazuma, won't you tell me why? Ain't nothing but a heartache. Tell me why did you go to such lengths? Well, it's been on my mind ever since we got through that trial. That you really ought to go into law. Be a defense lawyer. You did it one whole time. You've got a natural talent for it. Believe me, I guarantee it. I've never even thought about becoming a lawyer. Kazuma-sama? Well, I can't force you, obviously. You'll have to decide for yourself. But anyway, London's the cultural capital of the world. The city at the forefront of everything. It can't hurt for you to see it with your own eyes. Although it will hurt to be persecuted against for a long time. Like, they will never stop. I suppose, though. If you were to become a lawyer, then one day... One day what? One day what, motherfucker? Oh, no. Never mind. Oh! No! Why do they always have to be so cryptic before death? Oh, sorry, I was just thinking about Kazuma. Yes, I could tell. Could you please go to another room when you do that? He's forever in my thoughts, too. Not in the way that you like him, but you know. To change the Japanese judicial system for the better. That was his dream. And that's why he so desperately wanted to come to Great Britain to study, of course. Yeah, that's right. But... Yes? Yes? I do wonder if his true intentions lie elsewhere sometimes. I don't know. Thought just takes hold of me every now and then, that's all. Almost like we're building up to a bigger reveal later. But we'll save that for another trial. Oh god. Okay. We have a fourth conversation. Naruhodo-san, what do you mean by Kazuma-sama's true intentions? I mean this. What if he wanted to stab me? His katana? I never expected to inherit this sword after Kazuma passed away, of course. No, I know. It was because I asked you to take it. When I have it at my side in court, I feel as though it gives me courage. Mainly because I have a weapon on hand to use at any moment. You know, that kind of thing does boost your ego quite a bit. Actually, the night before he died, he told me a little about the sword. Recap time, recap time. It's always time for recap time. That's right. The prized sword that's been passed down to the generations of the Asogi clan. A Japanese man's sword is his soul, Ryunosuke. I can't be parted with my katana. Karuma guides me. I truly believe that. Not to be confused with karma. That does not guide me. I don't believe in that shit for a second. I'll never be punished for those cookies I stole a few years ago. That karma's been living with me so long, and it's never caught up to me. And it never will! I'm not gonna die. Who even could kill me? So its name compels its wielder to slice evil in two? Not that you would need much compelling on that subject. There's something very important that I have to do in Great Britain. I have to murder someone. I have to kill the British. Yes. I'd appreciate you seeing it through with me. Of course I will. Whatever it is, I'll see it through to the end with you. Kazuma-sama. Like, Ryunosuke just gets way too hyped about it. I knew you wouldn't let me down. What did he mean by something very important that I have to do? Well, I would tell you if I fucking knew, Susato. I'd hope the answer to that would become apparent when we arrived here, but as of yet, I haven't found a single clue. Almost like what he said doesn't actually mean anything to us, and he had to be far more specific with his quandaries. Alright, cool. Now where are we going? Where do you think we're going, baby? I guess we'll go to Shlom's Sweet. Shlom's Sweet. The little horsey is here. Oh, Bruno and Susie, hurry, we're back. Hooray, you're back! I'm going to commit a murder! No, Iris, don't do that yet. You're in fine spirits as always, I see. I am, and you look as immaculately presented as ever, Susie. Huh, you flatter me. Well, you couldn't have come at a better time. I've just made a pot of tea and some cups. I made the cups. You can't stop me from inventing shit. Well, you didn't invent the cups, Susie. I invented cups! Before 10 years ago, there was no such thing as cups. But then I was born, and out the womb I invented them. What's that foul smell? Ha ha! The Wanderers return at last. Where on earth have you pair been? We've been in court, obviously. Oh, for Mr. Mustache's case. That was today, was it? I'm sure I mentioned it only yesterday, Mr. Shlomes. You really need to talk to someone about this horrible memory issue you have. Oh, I would, my dears, but I just keep forgetting to talk to a doctor about it. I'm sure you think you did. Well, we can laugh about it now. So tell me, how did the trial go? Reasonably well so far. We've managed to escape without a guilty verdict, at least. So, like, it's something. Really? I would have liked to see it. And I must pass the time of day with Mr. Reaper again. It's been so long. Is Lord Van Seeks an acquaintance, Mr. Shlomes? Naturally. There's not a person in the world who doesn't know my name, Mr. Naruhodo. Not quite what I asked, but still, we'll take it as a yes. Mr. Shlomes, whatever is that odor? Odor. I forgot this game takes place in Britain, so they spell things wrong. They add in the pointless U just to be different and special. Yeah, what is that? It's faint, but absolutely awful. There are corpses in here. Ah, indeed. That's the scent of victory, my dear fellows. Victory in science. Oh dear. Alright, I'll bite. Oh, what bullshit are you doing now? Alright, but first things first, we gotta check. Okay, never mind, it's already been checked, then. We'll just check the typewriter instead. If I remembered correctly, this large and imposing lump of iron is called a typewriter. To think that every single one of the adventures of Herlock Shlomes blossom from this very machine. Ah, it's such a dreamy thought. Look at how she's so fucking gay for these goddamn books. The metal bars that move when you hit the keys got all tangled up somehow, and it made Iris angry. Mr. Naruhodo. You're ruining my dreamy thoughts. Please don't do that. I'm going to have to remove you from the premises. Oh, now I've made Susato angry as well. Very good at making people upset with me. That's what I'm best at. Lord Baron Von Seeks. Yes, an interesting subordinate he has, isn't it? Subliquet. Well, whatever. The Reaper of the Bailey. Once the legendary prosecutor has fought for someone's conviction, that person is doomed. Even if he or she is found not guilty by the courts. Sooner or later, the hapless soul will vanish from the capital. But vanish how, exactly? By falling under a passing carriage or drowning in the Thames. Or succumbing to a sudden fever, or quite out of the blue being set upon by a highwayman. Highwayman. There are numerous routes to one's final terminus, my dear fellow. All seems a little far-fetched, really. No, not at all. Far-fetched is a Pokemon, my dear fellow. This man is a murderer. Well, on the bright side, Mr. Mustache is fighting fit For the time being, at least. Not overly reassuring, really. If the rumors are true, though, the obvious conclusion would surely be that those acquitted are, well, by Lord Van Zeek's own hand. As it happens, Mr. Sato, that is quite impossible. Oh, why? Naturally, the man very quickly came under such suspicion. However, whenever these incidents occurred, the Reaper always had a cast-iron alibi, which means he definitely did it. They just can't prove the alibi wrong yet. But once they do, he's fucked. And his reign continued, but 5 years ago, he vanished from the courts, never to appear as a prosecutor again. That is, until you arrived in the country, Mr. Naruto. Yeah, so I've heard. In fact, it was the very day I arrived when I was thrust into that trial in the Old Bailey. That bitter fight to the death, coined with the Reaper's resurrection. And really did end bitterly indeed, with the man being murdered immediately after the fact. And here you are, facing Mr. Reaper again, for the 3rd time in the row, dear Naruto. Dear Runo, I don't know if you're just incredibly unlucky, or incredibly unlikable. I think it goes deeper than just me. I sense a general loathing. You know, I don't think it's just a me thing, I think it's more of a him being racist kind of thing, you know? No, I think he'd do this to any Japanese man, to be honest. Of all Japanese people. Oh, you don't say! What do you mean? Everyone here is so chummy with the Japanese. With Mr. Natsume, who I'm currently defending being Japanese, as well as Miss Susato and myself, I feel it even more keenly in court today. For some reason, Lord Van Zeek seems to have an inherent disdain of the Japanese. Indeed, it is an interesting observation. Do you know something about it? Do you, Mr. Shlomes? Well, there's nothing to know about it, he's just an asshole. What do you want me to say? He doesn't need a reason to be a cunt, he just is that way. It was about 10 years ago that Baron von Zeeks chose to enter the legal profession. However, before that time, the young man's closest companion hailed from the Empire of Japan. No. What the? Tell us more, Mr. Shlomes. Give us that juicy gossip. I believe I've made it clear before. I'm unable to tell you anything about the affair. Oh, but we want the juice. We want the gossip. The veil will be lifted on the events of the past in due course, I have no doubt. Just wait until case 4 or 5, that's when we normally bring this shit up. For now, however, it is Mr. Mustache who is most deserving of your attention, I believe. Fine. You're not gonna give us the juice, the tea, any other drink we can possess that will give us more info. So, what is that smell? The smelly smell that smells. Smelly. Oh, well, most probably this, I would say. My dear fellow, it is of course my latest invention, blue. A chemical test that can identify whether or not a tea is genuine at a drop of some tea. Oh my. There are some unscrupulous sorts manning the stalls along some of London's less frequented streets. They regularly sell what purports to be high-quality tea, but is in fact merely dyed leaves of drab flavor. Medi. Well, that's certainly unsavory behavior. Anchovies. How dare you try to con people in capitalism? That's definitely not something you should expect from everyone that sells you something. So when one is presented with what appears to be black tea, one must be careful. Iris? I'm about to blow you up, Bruno. At the ready, Hurley. Let us add a drop of my chemical to this cup of tea here. Do you see what happens? It turned completely black. And what a foul odor it's giving off. Indeed. The blacker the tea becomes, the more foul the odor. Odor! The better the tea is. It would appear that this cup was a particularly fine Darjeeling. That's very ingenious, but what do you do with that black wick lid now? Why, dispose of it naturally. Surely you wouldn't like to drink it, would you? That would be disgusting. Trailer to the cinematic masterpiece. Blue. I always get thrown off by odor. And a lot of the other, like, British words that add the U. Because it's just like, why add the U? That's the one thing Americans did right, was take away the U from so many words. Just get rid of it. It's not needed. It doesn't add anything. There does seem to be a rather obvious problem with your new invention, Mr. Shlomes. Hence why this chemical test is merely a test, my dear madam. Because you are important to the message of the word. Oh, it's because of the Wii U. See, in America it was just the Wii. They didn't come out with the Wii U ever. The point is, we are entering a new era of science. In the world of chemical invention also. Yes, forensic science! Oh, these are such exciting times. I regularly engage in this scientific experimentation alongside my unofficial consulting detective work, except it's mostly the 10-year-old who does it. I don't really do much. The Herlock-Sholmes method will be the foundation upon which modern invention investigative technique is based. And pills, of course. This little tea incident was a happy byproduct of my ongoing forensic science research. Forensic science? Guess I gotta know about that shit now. Now I gotta learn what this is. So your tea test is an example of forensic science? Indeed it is. An essential tool in cases that hinge on the knowledge of whether some tea is of high or inferior quality. Not a huge number of cases, then. Wrong, Naruhodo. Very wrong. Perhaps a more practical example is required. Fingerprints. Not yet accepted in our courts as evidence, I might add. Really, we are dragging our heels there. Haven't even heard of them until recently. Which is partially why I undertake research in this field myself, of course. Does that mean you're studying fingerprints, Mr. Shlomes? Yes, I'm quite good at fingering, as it were. Especially when I finger prints. There are others in that field already, and I abhor the company of inferior minds. Now, what am I researching? Is skin prints. Skin prints? A nomenclature of my own design. Now my liquid is bubblegum flavored, Naruhodo. It instantly reveals objects touched by whichever person is under investigation. Brilliant, Mr. Shlomes. As long as it doesn't turn everything completely odorous and black. I assure you, my dear fellows, you will witness my forensic talents in action very soon indeed. Well, I think we should go back to the scene and see if we can get anything more important done. That's the spirit, Runo. I don't know why you fucked around here for so long, actually. I do love that they both do that animation. It's very cute, the fucking finger point thing. Unfortunately, because I'm a fucking weirdo, I have also started doing that IRL. Like that finger point thing of you put a finger to your head and then bounce it off into a point. I did the same thing with so many different sprites from, like, I did the same thing with a lot of Danganronpa sprites and their little animations. Oh, and Zero Escape as well. I don't know. I pick up gestures. You were. Yes, of course. You said just a moment ago. You said we'd witness your forensic talents in action. Ah, yes, I do recall something along those lines. But you go on ahead. I don't actually care that much. I shall be sure to follow you later. In all likelihood. Probably. Maybe. Well, I might. You dork. I am a dork. I am a clinically ill dork. It's a chronic disease I must face. Oh, thank you, Mr. Shlomes. We'll eagerly await your arrival. Your rival. Bye-bye, Runo. Bye, Susie. You don't get the second bye. 'Cause you're the third. Yeah, better be positive. 'Cause it's adorable. Can't stop me from being adorable. Get back here with the rat. Rat time, baby. He's fucking huge. What do you suppose is happening? It sounds like some sort of disturbance. Yeah, I hear angry voices. Be not angry, O ample lady. Verily, thou art mistaken. Mistaken, my foot! You were looking at my paintings. The eye of man hath not heard. The ear of man hath not seen. You said that in court yesterday, you fuck. 'Twas foul indeed, the poison that mustachioed villain gave of me. Forgive me, lady. I wish that you died from that poison. Holy shit! What the fuck? Based. Holy shit. Girl. God a mercy, ample lady, but thou seest I have vigor still. Behold my Shamsphere dance. No, you know what? She was right in saying that, actually. This looks rather ominous, doesn't it? Lo, 'tis the lawyer from the land where'st rise the sun. How now? What are you doing, Mr. Shamsphere? Mary, I do believe I am returned onto my ward. He was looking, that's what he was doing. Looking at my terrible work. Eastern fellow, so darkly clad. Faith, thy work in court this morning was wonderful. I do applaud thee. Oh, well, thank you? This man is full of shit. This man hates our guts for us fucking exposing him defrauding the gas company. But that doesn't mean things will go so wonderfully for you tomorrow, doesn't he? I feel that, Green. Green is very based. He looked at my terrible work, and I wish he died from that poison. Like, fuck, girl. So based of you to say that, though. Anan, excellent. Excellent. Mr. Shamsphere might technically be the victim in this case. There's definitely a lot more to it than that. It's very hard to pin the man down. I know he's technically the victim, but God, I wish he was the victim harder. I'm so sorry. I'm such an awful person. Ah, Miss Green, is everything alright? You're really not. He deserved it. Oh, yes, I mean, don't worry about me. They're about to discharge me, so I must get ready to leave now. Oh, I see. We're delighted that you'll soon be well enough to go home, Miss Green. Oh dear. You're too kind. I don't deserve it. Alright, let's see if there's anything new to examine here. First things first. Seems like we got everything. Rats, rats, we are the rats. Rats, rats, we are the rats. What the fuck is... Oh, that's a part of the bed. Okay, never mind. Like, what is that? What's the... Is this here before, this easel? And there's a painting on the floor, but it seems like they don't want us to investigate that. Fine. I wanted to check it out. Anything new here? No. No. Well, let's talk to her for a bit. So, are you feeling more like yourself today, Miss Green? I am. Thank you. I mean, people do recover from ordeals like this, don't they? Even people like me. Well, yeah, it really was an ordeal, wasn't it? As far as I'm concerned, I was just walking along in the snow one evening, minding my own business. Then, completely out of the blue, I was struck in the back by a knife. Collapsed unconscious for days. Of course, when I finally woke up again yesterday, the whole business had been cleared up already. What a terrible week it's been for you. Oh, no, I'm sure I'm very lucky, really. I'll look back on it this fondly. Really? I feel like you're... I don't feel like you're telling me the truth there. I must be getting my things together now, so I'm ready to be discharged. Oh, yes, of course. Sorry to take up your time when you're obviously busy. Alright, well... That's been fun times. We'll talk to you later. You might be the actual perpetrator of this case, but, you know, you've been through a lot, so I'll forgive you. Oh, hello again, Gregson.
Why are you doing it?
Well, we were hoping to have another look around, actually. The lawyer representing the defense has the right to examine the scene. I'm sure you're aware.
I know the score.
Oh, yeah, one other thing. The soap on the ledge outside the window. Did you find it with the tea in it?
Yeah, we found it all right. Small amount of tea in it, as you said.
Knew it! I got him!
It's with the identification sucked up to the yard now. They're looking into it. The results should be available later today.
That's wonderful news, thank you.
God, I fucking hate you people. Pretty impressive performance in court this morning.
Sorry?
Nothing, forget it. Just make sure you don't disturb anything in here.
I feel like my voices are a little off today, but that's kind of because my throat's a little...
Oh, Nick, right there. You come in here trying to fuck up my scene?
A bit more to drink. She should be pardoned only if only she killed Sham. True, if she finished the job, I would fully pardon her. Murder that man in court while confessing your guilt, and I will permit it. Alright, well clearly we gotta talk to Mr. Shlomes here. Mr. Schlop. Aw, thank you for the hydrate. I will now hydrate again.
Paying the water tax? What are you up to, mate?
What a question indeed. Was it not your good self who asked me to attend the scene?
What are you doing here, Shlomes?
What are you up to over there? What are you doing here? Dear me, once a great detective, one is always under scrutiny, it seems. Is now the time, Mr. Shlomes? Are you about to show us your forensic talents in action, as you promised? Well, with the greatest of pleasure, my dear madam. Oh, the goggle. What's all this? Ooh, the four-leaf clover goggle. All this is precisely what you requested, Mr. Naruhodo. And I have this gun! Herlock Shalom's sensational skin print seeker gun. You see, I'm going to need to take out Gregson real quick.
You what?
Moments ago, I took a sample from the teacup that was used by the victim. A sample from Mr. Shamsphere's cup? Each individual leaves microscopic secretions on everything he or she touches. A sample of these secretions is all I need to produce this, a refined indicator solution. By liberally spraying the room with this chemical, everything the victim touched is instantly revealed with aid of the goggles. I mean, it's the victim's house. I feel like everything will have been touched in here. I don't see how useful this will be. Here, try them on. There, now spray the chemical indicator about, and all will be revealed. How do I do that exactly? Just point the gun at them, moron. A little press of space on the area you're interested in is all it's required, like this. Oh. What is this stuff? It's like fog. A suspension of the chemical indicator in the pressurized gas. It's the most effective way to cover a large area. That was another invention I discovered incidentally whilst I was developing this idea. As you do. Go ahead, try it, my dear fellow. We may learn something interesting about the victim's movements on the night in question. There's nothing to lose, I suppose. Let's spray everything. There we go. Okay, didn't touch anything up there. What about down here? Oh, that takes a while to spray. Okay, he apparently didn't touch that. Weird. How would he not have touched it? Alright, there we go. Oh, that covered everything. Alright. The box? Hold on. What about this over here? Look, there are dozens of fingerprints here. He was going ham on this wall. So there are a great many indeed. So much so that it's hard to make out any one individual print, in fact. Sends a chill down my spine. Perhaps he was leaning against the wall while he admired this picture? And he did that daily. Every night he would slap his palms against that wall. Unlikely, I would say. It's a rather dull scene, after all. Without wishing to state the obvious, you wouldn't generally admire a picture from such close quarters, I feel. Oh, very true, Miss Susato. A bit of a mystery, then. Remove the picture. He's probably something over there. Right here. Right, good amount touched there. Good amount touched there. Oh, he touched the floor a bit. Probably while he was having sex with, Noseki. No. Oh, okay, it looks like everything over here got sprayed. I think I got everything that needs spraying. Alright. Oh, M, look around. Nope. There's still something I'm missing here. Oh, I can just tap. It said I had to use space, but no, I can just tap. He was backshotting the painting. Oh, he probably was. He was having sex with that painting. My god. Oh, look at all this here. Oh yes, interesting. A multitude of the victim's handprints. Why are there so many of them on the floor in this one spot? Oh, perhaps he had a bad fall just here? There's nothing obvious that he would have tripped over, though, is there? I wonder. Personally, I often stumble when there's nothing obvious to trip over. I think that's something only a great detective would do, Mr. Shlomes. Well, this is quite a puzzle. Handprints all over the floor. No obvious explanation, except that he was trying to pull up this floorboard. They were pinned and spread on the wall. He had sex with both. He took back shots from the painting and the floorboards. My god. He did, but there are two places in particular that are of interest, I would say. Yeah, this floorboard's definitely been fucked with. We're here and on the wall by the picture. Yes, and I think the floor warrants closer investigation. I won't be a moment. There's the floor! It's made out of floor! What is it, Miss Susato? Look here, Mr. Naruhodo. One of the floorboards has popped out. Well, yeah, I could see that from over here. It's a secret hiding place? Excellent work, Miss Susato. So, what do we have in here?
Boy, what are you lot doing?
Inspector Gregson, could you leave?
Stand aside right this minute. My job to investigate that.
No need, Inspector. You continue to dig in your portion of chips whilst we dig around the floor under here.
Your fancy talk put me off the foot anyway, Slomes. A new bit of evidence, exactly what I need.
Wow, a secret hiding place under the floor. What a find! It's not a hiding place you can make use of in Japan. I don't think I could lift a straw... tatami mat. No, I know, but I never expected one of these wooden floorboards to move either. Got me wondering about the wall over there, too. Aren't you curious? Yeah, you should have removed that painting, like, frame 1. I'll investigate it once. There's nothing behind the picture, sadly. Only the wall. How disappointing. But then, how do you explain the handprints? I really can't think why anyone would have been touching the wall over and over in a place like this. Quick, whir. There you are, a print for you. Yo, photograph the handprints on the wall. Alright, that'll be useful later. I wonder if Inspector Gregson has found anything under the floor there. I'm desperate to know. So am I. We need desperation. I will not behave, but mwah. You can't force me to. You are incapable. I'm too busy investigating murders to behave. Alright, what's new here? Ran out of change. You wouldn't even have any light, let alone heat. For the needy, London's winters can be very harsh. It's almost like they'd gladly leave you to die if you didn't fork over every bit of money you possess. That's true, but if you think about it, even the wealthy would find themselves freezing if they ran out of small change. I feel like that's not... that's not as big of an issue. London's winters can be very harsh for the forgetful too, then. Frankly, I'm starting to wonder if Susato and I are going to make it to spring. That's true, we don't even have a meter at Baker Street, let alone a gas stove. Look at how dark the stain on the floor is underneath the meter. Yo, boner. From all the water dripping out after the ice coins melted. A very large and obvious stain, isn't it? Mr. Shamsphere must have used an awful lot of ice coins, I suppose. It was an ingenious idea, I'll give him that. Oh, sleepy. Ah, the ill-fated teacups from which the two men drank on the ill-fated night. During their heated literary debate, yes. Who's stronger, Romeo or Juliet? Sounds like quite a power-scaling discussion. Now that I think of it, I'm sure the two lovers in the play ended their lives with poison. That's fiction, Miss Susato. Let's hope it stays that way. I'm pretty sure only one of them died of poison. Didn't the other one stab themselves? The dude. Sun never shines in this room thanks to that dressing, bricked-up window. That window's bricked up as hell, dog. Yet with enough determination, move the bricks to set some soap outside, can't you? Sounds like a very wise life lesson, Miss Susato. Only if you plan to follow a life of crime, Mr. Naruhodo. Well, it's a good thing I do plan on doing that, yeah. Want to know if there's anything hidden underneath the floorboard there. Allow me to ask Gregson now. After all, we're well acquainted. He loves me. Hello, dipshit. Really, it's been too long.
What is it, Slomes? I don't have time for your bullshit, Slomes.
I thought perhaps you might show me what you found there, seeing as we're such good friends.
We're not friends.
No, I suppose not. If only they had death battle in the 19th century. We could make that death battle today. Look, we can get them on it. We can get them on Romeo versus Juliet death battle. They can make it live action and have two people fucking fighting each other. Yeah, I heard. I'd kill to know what was under that floorboard. Well, time to take care of Gregson. He's gonna get choked later anyway, it's fine.
Alright then, that's it. You did discover the hiding place after all. I suppose I should at least fill you in.
Really, Inspector? Thank you. Oh my god. Do it quickly, my dear fellow. If there's one thing I know about this man, it's that he blows with the wind, as fickle as the weather.
Oh, stop making me out like some kind of nut. I'll nut you. There are 3 items under the floor there. A newspaper clipping, photographic print, and a tin box. What do you want to know?
I want to know about all of them, obviously.
Looks like there was a cutout of the paper there 3 months ago. He was a convict who got sick and died while he was serving time in Manchester.
How terrible.
Made the headlines down in London as well. The bloke had been sentenced to death, you see, but nature got him first.
Oh my goodness. He'd committed a capital offense?
Man by the name of Sheldon, nasty piece of work, in the burglaries and murder. They say the hoard he'd killed off was worth about £1,000.
A hoard of treasure, you mean?
Jewelry and the lock. But he's hidden it somewhere, and no one knows where. Now he's dead. The papers loved it, of course. £1,000 lost en route to hell, or some such as the headline.
Does it not strike you, though? Why such an article would be so carefully inscripted under the floors? Shamsphere was looking for that money, huh? And, makes sense.
But now to mention it, does seem a bit odd. Perhaps I'll go over the paperwork we got on Sheldon back at the yard. See if I can turn up anything.
The capital offender article has been entered into the court record. Let me check some of the court record we got now, actually. I'm gonna check this. There's not really anything here. Manchester's Strangeways Prison announced the death of convicted murderer and burglar Sheldon by natural causes in the early hours this morning. Sheldon, no last name given. He had been suffering with fever since the end of October. Altered by the shouts from his fellow cellmates, alerted by the shouts of his fellow cellmate, medical staff arrived to find him already dead before his capital punishment could be carried out. Interesting. Alright. Photographic print. Give us 2 more pieces of evidence, please. Sheldon Copper. Sheldon Cooper.
So, the photograph I found looks reasonably recent to me.
Oh, shit. Olive Green did do it. Oh no, girl. This is a guy she had a photograph of in her hospital room. Oh no, girl, she actually did it. She actually is the one who went for it. Oh my god, girl. And the gentleman on the left is Mr. Garadeb, the landlord, of course. But who's the young man on the right? Mr. Garadeb's son, perhaps?
Perhaps. You can take that print if you like.
Really? Are you sure? We can presume, therefore, that the yard already knows. The identity of the young fellow, that is. That true?
It's too bad if we do. Unfortunately for you lot, leaking information isn't one of my pastimes.
But you have to tell us in court tomorrow anyways. My dear Inspector, it may be so bold as to point something out. Pastimes are for one's leisures, but this is for work.
All the more reason I'm not telling you.
A dismissal failure. A dismal failure. Yes, I heard. A hidden photograph. Good, good. I wonder why a photograph like this was hidden under the floor. And Mr. Shamsphere himself isn't in it. Photographic prints are still rare treasures in the East End. I imagine Mr. Garrideb was rather delighted to have been immortalized. Probably made a proud present of it.
Now, this tin box looks interesting, doesn't it?
Might I suggest, Inspector, that you open it? If you were to find something inside that reveals the truth behind this case, I wouldn't be in the least surprised.
Yeah, funnily enough, I've already had a look. Completely empty.
What? Shamsphere, give us a clue, man! You damn fuck! You piece of shit. You didn't even have a chance to utter a word, Mr. Naruhodo. But anyway, at least we found out what's inside the box. Yeah, thin air. It's empty. Kind of like how I feel inside, on a daily basis. There's nothing more to this box then, I wonder? Well, I mean, there's obviously something more to the box, like, come on. Yo, Kato! Kato, what's up? Oh, look! It's that lovely little cat. What was its name? It's Mr. Natsume's, isn't it? I don't think we've ever asked him, actually. Why don't we call it, Wagahai? You know, like Mr. Natsume refers to himself in Japanese. Wonder how it got in here. Clever cat. Oh, wonderful. Well then, Wagahai, here's something delicious I brought for you from the cat's meat man. Yo. Ow. Yo, now he's sleeping. What a good cat. He couldn't be happier now, look. Just hope he can bring some happiness to his owner, too. You can't. Even when he's free, he's not gonna be happy. If anything, he'll go back to neutral. And that's the best we can hope for. Alright, interrogate the cat. What did you do? I know you did it, you little fuck. That was a cheeky little meow, Wagahai. Oh, but he's so adorable. I could sit and watch him forever. I think he may not appreciate that after a while. And we have an investigation to get back to. Okay, but why is he here, though? So, this is telling us that there must be some way to get from this room to Natsume's room, and that's what this is trying to tell us. I guess that's all we need to check. I don't know what else to do here. Briar Road. What the hell even is that Briar Road at this point? Is there anything here worth caring about? It doesn't look like it. Seems like everything is checked off already. God, I have a bit of a headache today. Hope that goes away soon. Yeah, it looks like there's nothing at Briar Road worth caring about. Oh well. I guess we'll have to come back later. Alright, well this guy's gone. Cool. Great. Awesome. Outstanding. Amazing. There's a lot of shit we can check out in this room, but I don't think it'd be important at all. You get better all week. I should soon, hopefully. Might need to take some meds for it, though, knowing myself. Alright, prison! Let's go to prison! Let's fucking go to prison! Look at how happy he is. Look at how psyched he is to be alive. Oh, Mr. Natsume is back. Oh, he is. Mr. Natsume, hello! Don't fucking talk to me. I am a cat. Sorry? No, he's pouting like an adult. I don't know who Mr. Natsume is, or Herlock Shlomes. I don't know about courts, or trials, or Old Baileys. I am a cat. That's what I am. Just a cat. I'm just a funny little cat boy. I don't deserve any of this. I just deserve to be given pets and to sit alone in my room forever. I deserve to shit in a box and cuddle up next to people I like. Mr. Naruhodo, he's trying to escape from reality. Oh, no you don't, you fuck. So, what is your name then? As yet, I have no name. Mr. Naruhodo, he hasn't fully thought out his new identity yet. Maybe it's not too late to bring him back to reality. Mr. Naruhodo yet, he hasn't fully thought out a name. This dumb fuck didn't even fully develop his catboy persona. Or as you would say, his persona. You think you could open your eyes for us, Mr. Natsume? No! Snap back to reality. Up there goes gravity. I am not a cat. It worked! He's back to being sad. What's going to become of me? No! Why, don't answer that. It's obvious. My accursed soul is never going to escape this accursed fate. Mr. Natsume, no. This morning's proceedings in court prove that there's hope. Yes, locum student Mr. Naruhodo Esquire was brilliant. But, the Reaper is omnipresent in court, in my lodgings. Here, there, everywhere. Who are you gonna call? It's the Reaper. It's the Reaper. You looking straight at me for? I didn't fucking do anything. Look, I'm saving your ass. I think perhaps there's some things we could discuss. Oh, yes, we must. Do you know anything about this guy? No, well, I guess not. I feel like we should. Josh, shut up. Shut up, Soseki. You didn't give me an answer, I don't care. Alright, let's talk about this morning's trial, even though I feel like we aren't gonna get much from this. My whole life, have I ever been so moved as I was today? No! Of course, if I cast my mind back, there were perhaps one or two other occasions that moved me more. But if I just block those out, then today, being in that courtroom was... It was the most moving experience of my life. Locum student Mr. Naruhodo Esquire. You're too kind. Scotland Yard found the remaining tea just as we deduced, and are analyzing it as we speak. There's nothing wrong with that tea. They won't find a drop of poison in it. That's a solemn sworn Soseki certainty. Stop fucking... Stop doing that. Stop doing that hand symbol. It's bad luck. Tell me, did you both drink the tea at the same time that night? Oh yes, most definitely. Remember, drink tea while it's hot. We both poured it down our throats like it was a hot bath for our bellies. At the time, you were both completely fine. As shown by the fact that he and Mr. Shamsphere then engaged in the Romeo and Juliet fucking. I suppose the focus on tomorrow's proceedings will be how the poison was taken by the victim, then. Alright. That rotten Shamsphere! What have I ever done to him? You don't recall him taking issue with him over anything you've done recently? I've been holed up in my room, immersed in my books, and he fucking hates that. I don't recall anything, nothing at all. Right, alright, cool. What I don't understand is why he didn't let me know sooner. He didn't let me know that he would let me dress in a cute little fluffy gown. About the soap, of course, what else? Oh dear. Are you struggling with such a meager stipend? Of course I am. If I had money, I wouldn't have chosen to live in an accursed existence with such accursed lodging. You think I get any money here? I'm poor as fuck, yo. You said it's because the place is cursed. That's so cheap, didn't you? Exactly, especially the room that I rent. The spirit of that capital officer who lived there still haunts the place, and is still trying to kill me! Capital offender? Might I ask, locum student Mr. Naruhodo Esquire, that the next time you visit me, you bring scopes of high, super soft soaps. Yeah, no problem, man. Look, I'm down to I'm down to help you defraud the company. I'm there for it. Alright, you didn't have anything for this, but what about this guy? What's this? It's a newspaper cutting that we found in Mr. Shamsphere's room. Ah, so he knew, did he? Sorry? Well, I obviously hinted at this all being connected. About this man, Selden. A convicted killer, and the evil spirit behind the curse that afflicts my lodgings. What? He's already taken one young man's life, and now he's trying to take the life of another, a miserable, mustached, much maligned Japanese man. Mr. Noseki, if you know something, please... Oh, Mr. Natsume, if you know something, please, you must tell us. You gotta tell us this shit, dog. Tell us everything you can about this evil spirit, whatever the fuck. Yeah, Natsume. The truth is, I didn't know the details myself until very recently. The guy who ruined Harvest Moon. I don't even know about that, actually. I don't know much about Harvest Moon. That Selden man was arrested about a year ago now. And at the time, he was hiding out in lodgings at the Mr. Garridib's house. What? He lived where you do now? That's right, yes, exactly where I live now. In my very room. Oh my. Your room was previously occupied by a criminal found guilty of a capital punishment. But before his sentence could be carried out, he died in prison. There was 3 months ago now. And that's when it started. The curse. What really is this curse you keep mentioning, Mr. Natsume? They were the ones who localized Harvest Moon. Oh, it was this guy. So Seki did it. So Seki localized Harvest Moon. I should have known. And died in the room. The man who rented it after Selden, in fact. The poor lodger, he was found dead in mysterious circumstances. The room was locked from the inside. Locked from the inside? Exactly like the case we're dealing with now. So that's the convict's curse, is it? Yes, well, that was the start of it. Ooh. Do you have any idea how the lodger before you passed away, Mr. Natsume? The official cause of death was asphyxiation. Asphyxia. When they discovered the body, the room was full of gas. Gas? Uh-oh. It all comes back to the gas company. They all did it. I only found that out after I've signed the lease. When Mr. Garrett came to tell me later, I couldn't stop myself trembling. In fact, if I'd known beforehand, I'd probably been too scared to take the room. Landlord's lease, luckily legal. Because of course the landlords would get away with that bullshit. Lucky for Mr. Garrett, maybe. And now you believe the curse is affecting you. Oop, BRB, no prob, no prob. Dev's bought the license I has, but Natsume was like, we made the name, we're gonna make shit games and call it Harvest Moon. Moom. I just felt as though I was being watched all the time. And you talked about having nightmares, didn't you? The dead are trying to take me with them. They come for me and try to suffocate me. That's when I'm struggling to breathe, I wake up. And the room is as cold as ice. But why is your room so cold? London winters are too cold to bear without any heating on overnight. But for some reason, even though I light the stove before I climbed into bed at night, the pilot light always goes out and the room fills with gas. Shamsphere. You fucking you're gassing them to death? That's fucking deranged, actually. That's really fucked up. What led to the previous occupant's death? They had a worse lung. What happened to Mr. Shamsphere last night? Was he mysteriously poisoned? There's clearly more to that incident than can be explained by a curse, though. Shamsphere was actually trying to fucking gas people to death. Holy shit. Whatever can be the cause of all these strange happenings in Mr. Garredeb's rooms? Alright, well, I think that's all we got over here for now. Yeah, well, it seems like this is the one they want us to go to, because Susato is like, oh, we haven't been here in a while, doop-a-doo. And this is where we're probably gonna learn about the guy. The dead guy. The guy who died of getting gassed. Ah, here you are, Mr. Garredeb.
Oh, bally business is it for me, you know? Getting out and about.
Were you at the Old Bailey by chance?
Naturally, fate of my lodgings hanging in the balance and all that. Not a trail to miss.
Fate of what's already been dubbed your haunted lodgings, yeah?
Of course, the place has been caused quite a stir around the capital on more than one occasion already. As the old haunted lodgings or some such.
Ah, well, at least he knows.
Makes you wonder what the blazes is going on, don't you know?
Yes, I'm sure it does. In fact, thinking back to Mr. Natsume's other trial just 2 days ago, you were at the Old Bailey then as well, weren't you? Testifying with your wife about what happened?
Yes, I was. Stopped off at the prison on the way home, in fact. Beastly business.
I see. Mate, you don't have to stand up. You could. You have a bad leg. You could just keep sitting down.
What brings you to my haunted abode today, eh? Fucking miserable cunt.
Well, I guess we'll start by conversing. Whatever. Even though I know what I need to do. I need to give you that photo you're in.
Some fishy fellow from the Far East and a failed actor chap of questionable character, eh? Yeah, the house does seem to have become something of a magnet for rum fellows of late.
Well, yeah, you're charging nothing for. You're charging very little to be here. Of course you're gonna attract people like that.
Thanks to that bully curse.
The convict's curse, you mean?
Ah, heard the stories, have you? Rotten scoundrel was arrested here. Then the next chap in the room goes and keels over. Then there's a woman who dropped dead just outside the street. Not to mention the actor yesterday.
Neither of those people died.
I'm on next, eh? Well, can't help but get the collywobbles, can you?
When you say the woman who dropped dead outside on the street, do you mean Miss Green? As Miss Green, who was stabbed by the knife, and Mr. Shamsphere, who was poisoned last night, are both very much alive still?
Yeah, well, it was that blasted convict's curse, it seems.
Personally, I should be quite content with such lodgings. A bath, a towel, a fireplace, and a fascinating history. Why, it sounds like the lap of luxury. Not so sure about that. Your place is pretty fucking good, mate.
Well, there's no bath or toilet included. No fireplace either.
But you do look out for your tenants, don't you? By watching the rise and fall of the flames in your gas lamps up there?
Yes, never hurts to keep an eye on things, in case there are any mishaps or such luck.
I think you've had your mishap already, sir. That's not helpful, Mr. Shalom's. Even forgive me. The words just came to my lips. Also, why am I here? Hey, your lodgers. I feel like we already discussed this.
Some fishy fellow from the Far East and a failed actor of questionable character, eh?
Alright, we already went through that, Mr. Gerda. That's right, Mr. Natsume is no way fishy. He is undeniably peculiar, however. Is it right that he took this vacancy immediately after the previous tenant passed away?
Yeah, that's right. I asked the estate agent to find someone who he popped up the very same day. Never come across a chap so keen for a place with a background, as it were.
I don't think it was the room's background he was keen on, so much as the cheap rent, actually.
Well, yeah, but like, that's less important.
So, how long has Mr. Shamsphere been lodging under your roof?
Oh, that failed actor chap, Let me see, of course. Yeah, it's been 3 months now, quite sure of it.
Only 3 months. I wonder how that's connected. It's almost like he's murderer. It's almost like he's a murderer or something. And to what do you owe your certainty in that regard, Mr. Garadab, if I might?
Well, it was that Sheldon scoundrel as it happens.
The convict, you mean? Oh.
That convict chap, Sheldon, passed away in the clink 3 months ago now, you see. Some malady or other.
Yes, we've seen the report from the newspaper at the time.
Well, it was only 3 days later that the tragedian showed his face. The actor fellow.
Really?
Yes, I remember it quite distinctly.
'Tis small, this world we inhabit. Pray, landlord, hear my request. I, the humble Shamsphere, do desire to take thy room on the middle floor offered erewhile for rent.
Terribly sorry, what not? That won't be possible. Already have a lodger on the middle floor. Ground floor's room's vacant rot, though.
Nothing can be made out of nothing. Let me repeat mine will unto thee.
Those crows must be muffling your ears. The room on the middle floor's taken. Ground floor, nothing.
Very well. We have an accord.
Glad to hear. Welcome to our road.
Lo, a Shamsphere dance to celebrate. I bounce. Look at me go, father. Look at me ride my pony.
What I heard in court today sounds like the chap was thieving gas. And he was here 3 months, it appears, with the rent, too. Yes, the fellow was a bally player, all right.
Thank you for your candor, Mr. Garadeb. We are most grateful. By way of appreciation, allow me to say 1 or 2 words. Give me my robe, put on my crown. I have immortal longings in me. Why are you being a catboy, Shlomes? What's happened to you? Why have you fallen so low as to imitate him? Shakespeare, my dear fellow, one of his most famous lines. I wish to divulge my own learnings of the subject, for I have a turn for literature too, you know. Perhaps you could turn your attention to more apt lines, then? Alright, we gotta present this boyo. Mr. Garadeb, could I ask you to look at this photograph? Look at this photograph! Every time I do it makes me laugh. Oh, head. What the fuck is on Joey's head? Is that your son who's with you there?
No, not at all. He was a lodger here once. Duncan Ross was his name.
Duncan Ross, of Dunkin' Donuts fame.
Street photographer happened to be passing by, so I asked him to take a shot just for kicks, really.
Was he by any chance the lodger before Mr. Natsume? You know he was.
Yes, that's right.
Ah, the young gentleman who died in the room in mysterious circumstances. Just what Mr. Mustache was waiting for, one might say.
Yes, young Duncan lived in the room at the top of the first flight of stairs before that Japanese chop.
Would you mind telling us a little more about him? Yeah, give us the details. Tell us about how he got murdered. Then Olive decided to murder Shamsphere for it. Because she's too cool not to do it, you know.
Young Chuck was attending art school, had to work to pay for it, mind. Moved into the middle floor right about a year ago. After that, criminal Sheldon was arrested. Young students are always on the hunt for rooms with a history behind them.
Nope, again, not what they were looking for.
Yes, well, anyway, it was one morning about a month ago now. I hadn't quite worked out the trick of watching the gas lamps to see what my lodgers were up to at the time. But sadly, I was rather tardy to discover what had happened. Smell of gas that alerted me it was.
Ah, yes. Synonymous with the smell of death.
Called the police straight away, of course. The officer kicked the door off its hinges. Once we got inside, we all bloody collapsed.
Because of the gas?
Yep. Room was full of it. No air at all. Stove must have gone out while the poor chap was sleeping in his bed.
Mr. Ross suffocated to death.
Of course, the police gave me a sound ticking off because the gas pipes were so old and all that. So like, ooh, real, yikes moment for me. Can't tell you how much it set me back to have a lot replaced all over the house.
And even after you had all that work done, Mr. Natsume says the same thing. That the stove goes out at night while he's asleep in bed.
But that's the bully curse, the convict's curse. I've done my duty as a landlord now. Fuck it. I can't be responsible for everything that happens here. Fuck you. Fuck them.
Someone's feeling defensive all of a sudden. What, just because everyone keeps dropping dead because of your horrible gas system? What a shame.
Oh, that reminds me, actually.
Yeah?
About young Duncan. Night before the young chap perished. He'd been writing a letter of affection to a young lady.
A love letter, you mean?
Yes, where I put it now. Ah, here it is. Left it on my desk.
If you'll excuse me. Let me see now. What does it say? My most beautiful and charming sweetheart. Do you think you should be reading such a personal piece of correspondence? My dear Miss Susato, that is precisely why I proofread my preface my reading with, if you'll excuse me. I'm going to read the last words. I will not excuse you, Mr. Shlomes, no.
Sadly, didn't address it, though. I've no means of delivering the thing. Rather sad, really.
See, it's gonna play on my mind. Well, we already know who it belongs to. We already saw. But really, the identity of Mr. Ross's sweetheart has no bearing on the case. I think we should leave well alone. Wrong. Yes, I suppose you're right. Indeed, the intended recipient's address is missing, however. There is a name attributed to the man's most beautiful and charming sweetheart. Mr. Shlomes, please, I've already had to chastise you about this once. Now I'm going to have to kill you. My undying love to you, my colorful darling, Olive Green. Olive Green? Da 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 da. Ba ba da ba 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 da ba 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 ba. A woman who was plunged into a coma after a knife plunged into her back outside this house 5 days ago. The victim of the last case Soseki-san was in court for regained consciousness only yesterday. Is it just chance that her name has come up now? Could it possibly be a mere coincidence? Mr. Naruhodo, whatever can this mean? Reading personal correspondence can have its merits, you see, Miss Susato. Read every personal piece of mail you can find. Yeah, let's go back to that hospital. Yeah, we're done with you. You are not important anymore. Let's get back to that hospital. St. Bartholomew's Hospital Recovery Ward. Naruhodo, I've just finished speaking with the doctor. Seems Miss Green is well enough to be discharged at last. This is good news, but hopefully just before she leaves. What is it? Oh. Miss Green! No, hydrate. Hydration time. One moment. I'll be with you in a jiffy. Oh, hello everyone. What are you all doing here? The doctor said I can be discharged, so I'm just getting my things together. Miss Green, what were you just doing? Oh, nothing. Really. I was just about to take some medicine the doctor prescribed for me, that's all. Well, we were hoping to have another quick chat with you, if that's alright. I don't really have anything else to tell you. Alright, she's definitely behaving strangely. Is she about to kill herself? Let's see if we can coax something out of her. Hold on, I need to... What is this? This is the bottle that Miss Green was just about to drink from when we arrived. Yes, she looked rather preoccupied, didn't she? Perhaps it's very bitter. I can't stand bitter medicine. Oh, that shit sucks. I suppose that could be it. Uh-huh, let's go with that. In fact, whenever a doctor prescribes me medicine for a number of days, I always take it all at once. Not what you're supposed to do. Oh no. Well, if you have to take something you don't like, it's best to get it all out of the way in one go, isn't it? No. Oh dear. And I thought it was Miss Green I should be worried about at the moment. Oh, down in one. Alright. Achievement unlock. The card that Miss Green was looking at so intensely before, isn't it? Mr. Naruhodo, we shouldn't be peeking at a young woman's private effects. Dream jump scare. Steam jump scare. Not to be confused with a steam jump scare, which happens when steam goes off next to you and hits your leg and it like burns you and it's real bad. Right, I should save peeking for gentlemen's effects only. You mustn't do that either. And maybe you, Miss Usato, shouldn't be peeking into a young man's thoughts. No, that's fine. I'm allowed to look into your thoughts, Mr. Naruhodo. Hey girl, how you doing? It's wonderful news that you're going to be charged, Miss Green. That's great to see. Oh, yeah. I mean, thank you. Once people are better, the hospital staff don't want them lingering and wasting time. Not people like me, anyway. God. You know, I don't think this is like a commentary on how the hospitals treat fat people, but like it really feels like it is, isn't it? Like with her saying, not people like me anyway, it really feels like she's getting discriminated against a lot, and we just don't see it. Like, she probably had a fucking awful time in here. I don't think I should keep anyone waiting. Probably shouldn't stand around and chat. He certainly doesn't seem to be in the mood to talk, that's for sure. Alright, well, we got something to present. Oh, we didn't get the letter, but I guess we'll just present this thing instead. Miss Green, we were hoping to ask you about someone. Mr. Duncan Ross? You knew him, didn't you? The pink sauce! Oh no, she got it from TikTok! Oh no, I'm so sorry. Bottle of medicine fell down when she did. Fell down when she did. Oh, Miss Green, are you alright? I'm so sorry, I didn't mean to startle you like that. No, it's alright. I just wasn't expecting it. The pink sauce. Yeah, I think that was a meme like a few years ago. That was a meme. Like people have pink sauce or whatever. Yo, good morning, Josephine. How you doing? We are talking to this girl who probably killed Shamsphere, but like she was based in doing it, so I don't blame her. This girl's been through some shit. How do you know about Duncan? Mr. Ross had been writing a letter when he passed away. The landlord found it in his room. It was a very personal letter to you. It was at the art school. That's where I met Duncan, a year ago now. He was working to fund his studies. He dreamt of becoming a professional artist one day.
And the two of you became romantically involved? Yeah, that's right. You're very much in love. We were engaged to be married, actually. I decided to move into a cheaper room. Save money for the wedding.
Oh, that's fucking tragic. And then he suffocated to death on the fucking shitty ass, because of the shitty ass gas pipes there. Oh, no, I hate that. Oh, no. I'm way behind the times. I thought that was the Grimace liquid. I think they're the same thing, weren't they? I don't know if they were the same thing, but it was basically the same meme. Didn't get to sleep until like 7 a.m. Oh god, girl, you gotta get those sleeps better. Gotta find a way to knock yourself out, just like force sleep. That's what led him to Mr. Garrideb's.
Yeah. He told me he found the worst but cheapest room in the entire East End. And then, 1 month ago, that's when it happened. We're so terribly sorry, Miss Green. Well, it's all in the past now, I suppose. For Miss Green, she looks desperately sad. I wonder why.
I was starting to think that was just her look. No, she's been through a lot of shit, dude. But now I see that she has every reason to feel the universe is against her.
I do hope you won't think I'm being rude, but... do you mind leaving me in peace now? I have to leave the hospital room.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to hold you up. Of course, we'll be on our way. Mr. Naruhodo, surely you were not about to leave. That's quite out of the question. What? Mr. Shrooms! Didn't realize you were here. But of course I was, my dear fellow. Watching intently from the shadows as always. Make your presence known next time. Stop fucking doing that.
Mr. Shlomes, you brought your theme song.
Of course, I always do. Something which occurs to me with some regularity, Mr. Sato, is this. Why do detectives insist on such an post facto modus operandi? Why solve a case after it's happened, instead of preventing a case before it happens? That is what sets a great detective apart. What do you mean? There is a case waiting to happen under our very noses, Mr. Naruhodo. So let us avert disaster. Let us prevent this case from ever happening, with nothing but careful observation. Alright. All the clues you need are set before you. You need only look, and you cannot fail to see. Yeah! Fist bump. You can do it, Mr. Naruhodo. I know you can. What do I need to... Oh, no mouse! No! This is the worst. No! He was such a big boy! Yo, pizza in the oven. The pizza consumer. The one and only person who's ever consumed pizza. The mouse died! The mouse seems to be dead. Look, I didn't notice it before, did you?
I think perhaps it drank the medicine that spilled out from the bottle. But that's the bottle that Miss Green was about to drink when we arrived.
You don't think... Yo, Warframe Day. I see you've come up to appreciate the true nature of this scene. We won the soap case, kind of. But, I think Olive did it. I think Olive Green killed Shamspear because Shamspear fucking gassed her fiancé to death. And the only thing Olive Green did wrong was not finish the job. Yeah. I think we just prevented her from committing suicide. Actually, this case has gotten way more intense all of a sudden. I think it's falling into place. Miss Green, the contents of the bottle you had before has spilt onto the floor. The poor mouse that drank it has died. I think it's clear that the bottle must have contained a powerful poison. Don't worry. I will attend to the mouse presently. Yeah, this is getting fucked. No, Shamsphere deserved to get fucking killed, actually. I'm with Green on this one. She has done nothing wrong here. Miss Green, were you intending to go the same way as that rodent? To take your own life? Once we'd left, you would have put it to your lips again, wouldn't you? You'd taken the poison. No! Miss Green, please talk to us. No, let me, no, let me back out from here. I want to talk to her. This shit's gotten very real all of a sudden. 10 seconds later, and we would have arrived at the very different scene. In all probability, we would not have enjoyed this most delightful conversation. Of course, perhaps it hadn't been quite so delightful from your perspective, Miss Green. God, this girl's been through some shit. Actually, in a way, now that everything's out in the open, I feel like a weight has been lifted. Tell me, how did you acquire that medicine? Well, with this being a hospital and all, when the doctor comes to examine me in the mornings, the murderer feels better. I mean, she deserves to feel better. Look, I'm just saying, I think she deserves to finish Shamsphere off. I think she should be allowed. You know, like, girl, before you kill her, don't kill yourself. You still have more opportunities to kill that man. It conspicuously lacks a label. I wonder what it contains. I'm afraid I don't really know. But I thought if I drank it, it might just stop the pain somehow. Oh, please, Miss Green, don't talk of such things. Well, it seems clear now that it contains poison. Yes, that poor little mouse is proof of that. Well, it doesn't necessarily have to contain poison. Like, most medicines are poisons. Really. It's just a matter of, if you take them when you don't need them, they become poisonous. Or if you take too high a quantity, they become poisonous. Oh no. Oh, it's all my fault. What have I done? I shall remove this to my office, Miss Green. I take it you have no objection. Oh, none. Now what? Wanna talk more about this? No. The acoustics are all wrong. The aesthetics are all wrong. Alright. Don't know what else to do here. Did you make this envelope? Nope. Okay, well. Maybe now we gotta look at the letter again, see what that's about. Definitely feels as though this card must be relevant. I mean, when we first arrived, Miss Green was standing with it in her hand in what can only be described as a very tense atmosphere. Yeah, weirdly tense when someone tries to kill themselves. I don't know why.
It may very well be related to whatever incident Mr. Schlomes believes is about to happen here. Perhaps we should ask Miss Green about it.
Oh, okay.
Neither the sender's name or address appears to be written on the envelope or the card. It arrived by post at my home the day before the incident that put me in the hospital here.
I have information regarding the death of Duncan Ross. Come to the Slug and Salad on Briar Road at 5 p.m. on the 17th. Don't tell anybody else about this letter or the meeting. It is a matter of utmost importance. Wait a minute. The 17th of this month. That's the day you were stabbed on Briar Road.
And 5 p.m.
is precisely the time when the incident occurred. Slug in the Salad, yes. A pub on the northern corner of Briar Road. Being the street that Mr. Garrett's house is on.
Does this mean that? Yeah, I'm sure you've guessed. That day, when I was struck in the back by the knife, I was actually on my way to the Slug and Salad. Goodness!
So that's what you were doing on Briar Road that day.
I'm sorry I didn't say anything before. I think I really will have to ask you to excuse me now. I've told you everything.
Yeah, I'm very sorry to have dragged up such painful memories for you.
No, it's fine. Miss Green, please promise us you won't try to do anything like that again. Yeah, don't worry. Your detective friend has the bottle now anyways.
I mean... probably let's have someone watch her for a bit, right? Like... there are other ways to kill yourself. I don't know, girl.
Besides, I've been stabbed in the back, had a close shave with a bottle of poison, and still here. I think I'm destined to see things through to the end. Might sound a little conceited, but well, how all this has made me feel.
Leaving Miss Green and St. Bartholomew's behind, we made our way back to Barker Street with Mr. Schlomes. Well, it would appear we've reached the end of the investigation, the investigative trail for today. Yeah, it's late. And Mr. Naruhodo? Did you discover anything that may be of use to you in court tomorrow, do you think? Details about Mr. Shamsphere, Mr. Garrett's lodging, the convict, Eldon. I think we know exactly what's going on now, and that Mr. Shamsphere, trying to get whatever was left behind in Sheldon's room, has been gassing people to death in order to investigate the room more and try and find whatever the hell Sheldon left behind. And Olive Green took it upon herself to fucking kill that guy because of him Murdering her fiancé. There are many facets of this case that we've yet to see to the heart of. If you ask me, that's my feelings anyway.
I can't help wondering about the results of the analysis.
Into Mr. Natsume's tea, you mean?
Yes, will they have found, citronine in it or not?
Well, I fear that either way, it will be hard to escape the grip of our friend, Mr. Reaper. Mr. Reaper and his funny ride.
Oh dear.
Yeah, Beric von Zeeks. But I wish you every success, of course, and though I was late to rise this morning, tomorrow will be a new dawn. I intend to spring from my bed as a crisp hour and attend the trial.
Mr. Shlomes, you're going to come?
I feel like you're not going to be that helpful, actually. Indeed, whatever happens, I shall be there. Assuming my eyelids cooperate in the morning. Well, I think we've done all we can. All that's left is to remain focused and keep fighting for Mr. Natsume. Pause till the very end. London, the world's most prosperous city, home to some 6 million people. Such a high amount. I'm sure that quantity won't fucking explode within the next decade, or the next few decades. But away from the razzle-dazzle, down back alleys and behind bricked-up windows. Those windows are so fucking bricked up, dog. The lonely lurk. Soseki-san had battled long and hard with loneliness during his many months here. So I felt honor-bound to battle equally hard for my compatriot, to lift the curse that gripped him. As for Mr. Shlomes said, tomorrow would be a new dawn for all of us. To be continued. Bum, 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 bum. Alright, I don't know. Should I try to go for the trial today? Cause I am kind of feeling up to it. And we've only streamed like 2 hours. I could go a little longer. I don't know how long the trial will be though. Probably another 2 hours if I had to guess. Which, you know what? I'll go for it. Fuck it. Fuck it, we're going for it. I want to see this trial through. 23rd of February, 9:23 a.m. Let me see the trial through. Oh god, get away from me. Never mind, we're closing the game. Meow.
This is it then, Mr. Naruhodo.
Yeah, it's time to put an end to this now. The miserable curse that's been plaguing Mr. Natsume to everything.
And in my own small way, I shall do everything I can to help you.
Well, you could probably do this just as good, if not better than me, Susato, so, you know, get to it.
I always appreciate your help, Miss Susato.
Suffering Soseki selfishly sidelined.
Shut the fuck up, Soseki.
Good morning to you too, Mr. Natsume. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome, student Mr. Naruhodo Esquire. How dare you? You motherfucker. Listen to you two chatting away happily as if the main player of today's trial isn't here. Why would you do that? Why? So mean.
Oh dear, we didn't mean to cause offense, Mr. Natsume. I thought perhaps that because you had your eyes shut so tightly you were meditating, finding inner calm. Seems wrong to disturb you.
I was waiting! What's the matter, Mr. Natsume? You seem different somehow today. Well, naturally, that's because I've attended spiritual enlightenment. The path of literature, you see, is a journey to discover one's own death. Or such like.
That's the sort of morning conversation I was hoping for. That's why I had my eyes shut. You pricks!
I missed the signs, I'm afraid. Somehow, you'll have to forgive me. I'm such a brat bastard.
And you mustn't talk of your path leading you to death, Mr. Natsume. That was just an excuse! An example!
Oh yes, there it is. Inner calm. He's reached inner peace.
You barely came to see me at all yesterday. I was sure you've abandoned me and returned to our beautiful, long-lost homeland.
We've not even been in Great Britain a week yet.
And you already hate it just as much as I do and want to leave, I know. How could it otherwise be the case?
Yeah, well, anyway. Anyways, Saseki, could you shut the fuck up for a while? I intend to set everything straight in court today. I'm determined to uncover the truth.
I've actually reached an important decision myself.
Oh, what sort of decision?
I shall fill you in after the trial.
Alright. If you survive that long anyways.
Mr. Schlomes isn't coming today after all. A very clever message, I think. My dear fellows, you must win the battle on your own merit.
It's a very clear message, I think, that he's overslept again. Like, he's just not necessary here. He's just gonna sleep through it.
The great detective, my arch nemesis. Long may he stay away, if you ask me.
Defendant, and your legal representative. The trial is about to begin. Make your way to the courtroom immediately. Wait a minute, you don't have a mustache. Are you a little sus? Today, once again, we face the Reaper. And when the Reaper stands for the prosecution, the defendant's fate is sealed. That boy be dead. But I don't believe in that legend any more than I believe in Soseki-san's curse. It's all bullshit, and you can't convince me otherwise. The truth is hidden here somewhere, and I won't let it escape me. You get back here, you son of a bitch! Like running after the curse. "9:40 a.m. Man, we're starting court 20 minutes early today. What a fucking wild one. Fucking getting crazy with it, I see.
In the name of Her Majesty the Queen, I hereby declare this court to be in session. I call upon the counsels for the prosecution and defense to declare their willingness to proceed.
The prosecution is ready. The prosecution is ready. Yes, the defense is ready.
Very good. Now I call upon the 6 ladies and gentlemen of the jury, chosen by lot to represent the will of the people in this trial. Are you ready to proceed? Absolutely. Justice will be done, you mark my woof.
I feel obliged to say, I feel especially ruthless on days when my hat is sitting just right.
Oh, well, I wonder if you could adjust my hat too. Please, be as ruthless as you like. Judge, kill this man. Judge, I'm trying this man for being horny on set. Thieves deserve to die, if you ask me. Especially gas thieves. I have no sympathy for the man at all.
Look, I said it yesterday and I'll say it again now. I don't have time for this. I've got my own problems.
Oh my, the Lord, show us all the light here and lead his flock to the righteous verdict again today. Now, Lord Van Zeeks, what can you tell us? Prosecution's report, please, for the court. In relation to the theory expounded by the defense yesterday, you know, regarding the defendant's tea. No, I am not going to give you the report. Blah.
before the prosecution delivers the black news about the black tea belonging to the black god in the dock. Pray, allow me a moment to savor a liquor of a more sanguine hue.
And you don't need. We know you're racist. You don't gotta double down on it. You know.
In fact, I'll defer to the good detective for the report. Here's to you, Inspector.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. As indicated by the defense, we found a bar of soap just outside the victim's window in the snow. And there was indeed a frozen reddish liquid in a little depression on the top of it.
Yes, that's the tea. That's what Mr. Natsume brought with him that night.
Brains at the yard analyzed it, and yes, you're right, it was tea. And there wasn't a trace of cyclidine or any other toxic substance at all in it.
No poison at all?
In other words, the tea the defendant brought with him to the victim's room is innocent. It's in the clear.
What a revelation.
Alright, now we gotta find some other way that this all happened. Makes it quite clear. The defendant, Mr.
Objection!
My learned friend is jumping to conclusions again. A typical Nipponese reaction.
It feels dirty voice acting him.
Yes, it's true, no poison was found in the few drops of liquid recovered from the soap on the window ledge. But what logic is that? Would you take a drop from the Thames and conclude that the water in the ocean isn't salty?
My word, the water in the ocean is extremely salty, Counsel.
Shut the fuck up. Exactly. Unfit for drinking, just as the victim's tea was on the night in question. The court has already heard. Bitter was the precise words from the lips of Mr. William Shamsphere,
whom the prosecution now calls back to the stand. Oh, gotta deal with this idiot again.
Very well, I will uphold the prosecution's request.
Mr. Shamsphere.
Yeah, it sounds like we're gonna have another confrontation with our theatrical friend. It seems like he's gonna be like the entire trial, actually. Seeing as he's a murderer. He's just not on trial for that yet.
Mr. William Shamsphere, the victim of this despicable crime.
Oh heaven, oh hell, do you command me to remember? Forsooth 'twas I, Shamsphere, that I have a belly full of fluid, foul fluid given in most innocence.
Yes, but it was revealed in yesterday's proceedings. The witness is not as innocent as had perhaps first been led to believe. By using bars of soap such as this, he's been stealing gas from the supply company, yes.
One may smile and be a villain. Forsooth 'twas I, Shamsphere, did have a room full of sweet fowl given.
That's right, fellow jurors, don't forget. This man's a rotten thief. Forgotten. You boiled out about the ice corn's a tiny secret, didn't ya? Should've known her being. Should've owned up sooner.
Arrest him, I say. Arrest him at once. And let him feel the sting of my tail.
Oh, indeed, by dint of vile and cowardly means have I plotted to further mine own ends, I confess. Thou wouldst not pardon my sins, of that I am sure.
If you acknowledge your wrongdoing, what exactly are you doing here?
Cowards die many times before their deaths. And for a coward such as I, death will be delivered, but would it still greater crime pass if unpunished? For lo, the hairy-faced gentleman of further east than Victoria did contrive to poison me.
Objection!
but there was no poison in the tea found in your room. The police have already attested to that, you fuck.
What the defense would assert is as inconsistently will quickly be cleared up by the witness's testimony. Is that not so, Mr. Shamsphere?
Verily, my liege, I would most gladly speak.
Then speak already so I can fucking throw you under the bus. With you gassing someone to death, you piece of shit.
Tell the court, why is it that poison apparently entered your body through none was found in the tea?
Witness testimony.
The Japanese man did come to my chamber with tea brewed in a pot. 'Twas in my cup alone that the wicked miscreant secretly poured his wicked poison. Whilst feigning distraction in our debate, nary did a drop of his own drink pass his lips. When he departed by and by, I did use the tea that remained in his cup to make my coins of ice. Does this no surprise that poison be not found in the tea that I did pour from them into the molds of soap?
Now we're gonna have to hit him with the teacups. We can see from Natsume's that his tea was gone far sooner.
The poison was slipped into a cup after the tea had been poured. The normal way for poison to be administered in my experience. What? Otherwise it would be disastrous if the poisoner were to mix up the cups, for instance.
But no poison bottle was found at the scene.
As quite simply, the Nipponese took the bottle back to his own room.
And have we not investigated his own room, like, at all? Like, have we just not done that?
The absence of a vessel containing the poison only becomes problematic when considering suicide.
Knew that.
By now, it should be perfectly clear. A bar or two of cheap soap is wholly insufficient to wash the deep stains of guilt from the accused hands.
Sirs, madams, 'tis true that I, Shamsphere, be a common thief of gas. But, listen here, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, shit, that's not what I meant to do.
Here, I had to recycle this animation. We already did it once before. Wherefore would I lie? Verily, I have no cause. I have naught to lose.
Well, I do declare. I do declare about that. Why would he be lying?
Thank you for your testimony, witness. Counsel, proceed with the cross-examination.
Yes, my lord. I think I already know exactly what to do to this guy, and it's present the teacups. The tea inconsistency. My chambers. My cup alone. Nor did a drop of his own cup pass his lips. No, you are bullshit. You claim that Mr. Natsume didn't drink a drop of tea on the night in question. But that's impossible.
How, chop logic? What is this, ye darkly clad fiend?
The two teacups from the scene, one used by the victim and the other by the defendant, have a clear difference between them. One that represents incontrovertible proof.
Incontrovertible? What difference?
How do you not see the giant fucking stain on it, you weird vampire freak? Look at the inside of the cups. Just here, there's clearly a visible ring.
Yes, a tea ring. Commonplace enough. Indeed, such stains occur all too readily when one leaves tea in a cup for a while.
And yet, Mr. Natsume's cup has no such ring.
Good Lord, you're right. It's completely clean.
And prithee, sir, what makest thou of it? What makest thou of it? Art thou not a bitch?
Exactly what Mr. Natsume told the court yesterday. The Japanese saying he quoted.
Tea? While it's hot.
That's right. Yes. The jittery Mr. Natsume was true to his usual self that night. He drank his tea in no time. Oh, that's a good face, actually. If, as you claim in your testimony, he didn't touch a drop of his tea, a ring would have developed on the inside of his cup as well, after the several hours the tea was left standing.
But,
Like he starts vomiting profusely. In short, Mr. Shamsphere, you clearly lied to the court.
get thee to the nearest.
Objection!
We already have like 5 counts of perjury on this guy. We can get him for murder.
As a rule, I filled my hollowed chalice up to 7 times during any one trial.
What are you, fucking Gato? Trying to pretend to be a cooler prosecutor? You might want to keep that information to yourself.
And yet on occasion, tedium distracts me and I pour more times than I intended to do, until the bottle is dry.
Your drinking habits are fascinating, but irrelevant. Look, I get it, you're an alcoholic. And made gamer subs. Get that pizza, girl. I need to get pizza at some point. I need to get money. I need to find a way to get money so I can get pizza.
On the contrary, they illustrate the fickleness of human memory. To William Shamsphere.
Yes, my liege.
Though you previously stated that you made the coins of ice from the leftover tea in the accursed cup, could it be that you were perhaps mistaken?
I found a round pan. I'm fucking stuck smoking everything up. Oh no. Stole my round pan. Prosecute him for it. Throw him in jail.
Could it be that, yes, perhaps there was some tea remaining in the small teapot left at the scene? A fact that had vanished from your memory until now.
Ryan taking my fucking pan. Murdered him for it.
Faith, my liege, thou art a magician. For their relief, though thou hast seen with thine own eyes that night.
What? Shut the fuck up.
Forsooth, I was mistaken. I did plan to use tea from the Japanese fellow's cup, but lo, when I looked, 'twas empty, and thus did use the dredges that festered in the teapot, as my liege did suggest.
And you're just suddenly remembered that now. That you made a mistake before. And even though we never found no fucking teapot. Are we supposed to believe that?
Objection!
People's memories are imperfect, my learned friend, which is why we rely on evidence instead. But in any case, it makes no difference. The victim's most recent testimony tells us 2 things of note. Firstly, that the poison was put into the victim's teacup only, and secondly, that this spoilant cup was not the source of the insipid ice coins that have bewitched this court. Prosecution makes a fine summary of the facts. Thank you, I've been bullshitting them for hours. Spent all night coming up with this garbage. Furthermore, the testimony remains valid and in full support of the established facts. In other words,
The inconsistency claimed by the defense simply does not exist.
No!
What does this mean then? I do declare it means there's no issue with the gas thief's testimony.
Talking a bit about thieving gas, obviously.
My lords, ladies, and gentlemen of the jury, I do solemnly swear. After I did dine at Garib's Grubbery alehouse that night, naught did pass my lips but the black tea giveth me by the Japanese, whose back be stewed as low as death.
God, they love throwing the Japanese under the bus. Fucking British people.
And what did you dine, sir?
Why, I did partake in my favorites. A broth as wouldst be called soup, and a leaf as wouldst be called salad.
Unscrupulous, as
As insalubrious. Insalubrious.